Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury Pagan Tutorial. Alright, we are finished raiding. We've raided this land and this land, and if we check, they now have less troops because of their destroyed land. It's a glorious thing. We also have 1k troops now. One thing to check though is since you do know that these two guys are brothers, another thing to always check is a pact to make sure they are not allied with anyone. They have a non-aggression pact with their wife. That's pretty standard. Their wife is a nobody. It doesn't really matter. So we are going to be lowering our troops. No retinues. Not everyone will return home. We now have our glorious. We're still missing 700 troops. But because we raided his province, he has half of that. So we are going to declare war on him. We're going to do our subjugation war. We're not stealing a title from him. Alright, so here we go. We raise our personal levies like we've done before. They're all going to march there like they've done before. But we can click here. Now, it's all gold and shiny. Call all tribal and nomadic vassals to war. It will likely decline 510 men. We're just not going to bother asking him. We could, but we're not. If we had an ally through marriage, because remember we have betrothed our daughter to this man, because he's not in any wars. If we wanted to form an alliance with him, then we could hold down control when we're here and we could click on it and it calls all allies to war. You see the tooltip changes, which is pretty nifty. But now that our troops were at war, we're costing 1.59 ducats a month, so we would like to finish this war quickly and effectively, because then we can raid a little bit more before we go to war again, and the world will be a better place. And there's all our troops. We pause, we cross the river. There's nobody over here, so no worries about getting attacked. Wander on over. And since we are in our own lands, you saw that our troop count actually went up a little bit. As long as you are in your lands or counties that have your solid lines across them because you have conquered them and taken them over in the war, you're holding control of them, then your troops will go up as long as there's still room here. Some of them will chill, but then some of them will also move over. It's not 100%. To 100% you'd want to lower them and re-raise, but it's not really necessary. So we do have this terrible man in the center because we would like him to die. We'll stick that guy on one side. We are okay looting troops ourselves. We are level 1 here, so we have Survivor. We're more like resilient to battle injuries. We do also get new events when we lead troops, so we'll give it a try. We'll stand on the side. We want this guy in the center because it's usually the most dangerous position. It's also the weakest. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go attack this man. Because he has 2 counties. He got to run away. That's fine. Oh, but see, now he's locked. And if we hover here, we see he's going to Deltuva. We would like to go attack him. So we'll be there on the 3rd of August. He'll be there on the 30th of July. He's probably going to try and run from there, but he won't have enough time to get away. So, boop, he's here first. He knows he can't run. He's just waiting. We attack him. Between using movement locks and predicting and seeing where the AI will be, defeat him. And see, our center flank fell. It was weak. He was weak. But our 2 outside flanks are getting at him. Alright, so here we go. This is the same thing we had before with our daughter. In that, you know, she wants to become ambitious. We can make her a rival. We are sending her to this man's court. It might be a good idea to make her ambitious. It doesn't hurt us to make her a rival. We're sending her away. So we'll go ahead. She might cause some chaos here. Which, you know, adding chaos around the world is fun. This place is still looted, so there's no levy. The garrison just hurts. We're going to just siege it down. Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. And all will be right with the world. I hope everyone loves a good cup of tea. It's a glorious thing to drink while you're playing this game. And when you're playing by yourself and you're not tutorialing, You might want to go up a speed. If we hover down, that's speed 1. You watch the ticks. It's very slow. Speed 2. Speed 3. Honestly, when I stream or play normal campaigns, you'll see me playing on speed 4. But speed 3 gives you time to enjoy the moment. And notice that these two guys, except for the color of their tunics, they're the exact same. And yet they fight. They fight so stringently against each other. There we go. We have captured that province. We're going to go here. He's going to run away. We're probably going to do the same little beboppy thing because there he is. He's coming back here. December 31st. He is locked. So now we're going to go fight him because if we leave him alone here, he will just slowly siege this down because there's like no troops defending it. Alright, so here we go. I have noticed that since joining the band of Medicina, my son has been avoiding his responsibilities as a courtier to focus entirely on martial arts. If he keeps going like this, he will soon be unfit to even administer a pig farm. So he gains 1 marshal and loses 1 stewardship. This is not the best since we do need to hold all 4 of our provinces. But we can work around that if we have to. Or we can say this will not do, and there's a chance that he becomes stressed. We really don't want him dying. He's already wounded. If he becomes stressed, we'll end up playing as this kid, who's weak. We don't want to be the weak kid, not when we're tribal. You can get around this if you're playing a different sort of game than what we're doing here, being tribal and conquering and fighting. So we will go with war is more important. And there we go. Young Sargon has finished his education in the ways of war. It seems he has learned all the basic skills required. So he's only a tough soldier, which is 2. There's 4 levels of education for each one. Alright. So martial, plus 3 martial, minus 1 learning, plus 0.5 health, which is great, and personal combat skill plus 10. And we can try and improve his education skill when we play him. So he hates us. He's still grateful. We're fellow members of the band, which is good. But same dynasty, both honest. We need to get him a wife, though. So there's different congenital traits. We're not marrying for alliances with our son. Any of these people would get us non-aggression pacts with cons. So we can search for a trait. See if there's any geniuses. There's nobody who's a genius. Strong is also good. There's no strong people. Attractive, nobody. And then there's also quick. There is a 20-year-old quick woman. The only danger of marrying her is you see that she has a circle around her name. This is a priestess. And she's a priestess somewhere else of a different religion and a different culture. Because she is landed with a temple, then our son will go to her court because he is unlanded, and he will live there. And any children they have will stay there even when he inherits and comes back home. This means you cannot educate your grandchildren and make sure that they're good future rulers. It also means that since she is the different culture and different religion, that she will change them to become heritage or faith focused so that they will change and become the wrong religion and wrong culture. It's not worth it, especially at this point. It's definitely not worth it. So we are going to sort by age. 25. All these ladies are a little old. Well, not a little old. 25 is a little old, but they also have land. So we're going to look here. Oh, but what do we have here? We have this lady who is Prussian. She's Romuva. She's lustful. That means more babies. She also has an indulgent wastrel, which doesn't help. If she was a rank 2, 3, or 4, she'd have some fertility. But if we click on her, this non-aggression pact. With who? With this man. Who is all the way down here. He is a vassal of this man. That's not going to be a problem because we're going to fight this man, not his vassal. So non-aggression pact is not a problem. So we'll come back here to a son, or we can just go here and click on him. There's his daughter. Nice, yes, lustful young lass. Right click on her. Arrange a marriage with our son. He says yes because his opinion of us is great. Prestige effects are great because we're rather prestigious. Thank you very much. Political concerns. He sees us maybe as a potential ally if he wants to revolt against his liege and escape. And there's a little base reluctance there. There always is. But, you know, the goods outweigh the bads. So we're going to say yes. Alright. And we're going to continue our little war right here. As it goes nicely. Gonna kill their troops. Oh, and there we go. May you live in harmony and contentment. I accept your suggestion that they get married. Very good. Very, very good. And our son is still wounded. He's got a nice wife. We can also see about... Nope. No, he can't. Interesting. I wonder why I can't give him concubines. Usually you can. Alright. We're at 83% war score down here. Over right, you see we got a lot for occupying that one county. We've got some for the battles. It looks like at this point, though, we're going to have to occupy this place again. He's still running away. And a courtier, or a spy master, our strong spy master, who we, you know, owe a favor to. She's vomiting. But she had a baby. We got a little girl in our court. Potential concubine future, maybe. We'll accept it. And we're just gonna slowly siege this down. Just chill here. Easy peasy fights. Some of these flags are pretty nice. One thing to notice is that the flag shapes are different depending on what's your religion. Alright, so my candidates has been going around Legale praising Savna, this man. Say, claim that she would make a much better high chief than I do. Perhaps I should not have treated the elder so poorly. We apparently treated our elder poorly at some point. What did we do? Absolutely nothing that I can see. But, and he says that this woman's a better high chief. Well, that does no good because you can only vote for our family. And we're literally voting for the kid we don't like because then you guys all hate us. Mm-hmm. Yep. Although he is a reckless brute. He is too young, I dislike him. They do prefer older candidates. But that is okay. Our elders, I've usually found it's better to just vote for the person I don't want, and then they'll pretty much vote around it. You can manipulate them that way, too. Very Game of Thrones style, I suppose. And you see here, he is sieging this back. 160 troops every 12 days. He gets 11% morale. But we're almost done with this. 10 days. It's almost gone. Morale of 13. There we go. One more tick. He has a bit more than one more tick. It's like 5 more ticks. We've taken it. We're at 100%. Offer peace. If holding over enforcement, we're going to get piety, prestige. He loses piety, prestige. And he becomes our vassal. We've also got his wife in prison. Now we could ransom her and get some cash, 10 gold, which is nice. And he's going to hate us anyway, so there's no real negative. But he only hates us for a couple years, 10 years. So you could also just release her from prison, which makes everyone happy. And we'll just release her. Just a little bit. She's merciful, plus 10. He does not get the merciful, though, anymore. Interesting. Oh, but see, he's also a fellow member of the band. Which is another good reason to be part of it, and not part of the Devil Society. Is most of your vassals will be part of it. One thing... Oh, no, they're fine. Alright. We lowered our troops. Special actions. We can go into hiding. Let's see, we go to intrigue. Known plots. Whoa! Someone is trying to kill us! Our concubine! Because she wants... excuse me? We're just going to imprison her. We have a 77% chance of success. We could also just ask her to end her plot, and she would do that. Dare not refuse. Yes. End your plot, woman. We have the chance to go into hiding. The only thing about going into hiding is it cancels any betrothals. It hurts your diplomacy, and it gives you a regent. So there we go. We have canceled that plot. You can always just click auto stop plots. which is probably a good thing for us. One reason to not do auto-stop plots is if you catch someone who owns land plotting, you can try and arrest them. If you fail, they will revolt, you will fight them, you force them in prison, and then if you have the proper laws to revoke titles, you can revoke their titles, and nobody cares because they were bad and they fought against you. So, that's easy. Now we look at our troops. We've got 1k. Still, this man is 649. I think we're going to go loot him again. We're going to raise up our troops, pause, flip them all over the looters before they merge. Makes it a little easier. We also have 200 prestige, so we could come on back here and go and upgrade. We could upgrade 2 things, or we could upgrade our training grounds, which is something I usually like doing because of that levy size and that garrison size. It's nice. More troops. More troops are important. They are, they are, they are. Alright, we have our troops. We're gonna come right here. One thing to do is, let's say I wanted our guys to cross here first and then attack that way, is I can click here and then I hold down the shift button and I click other provinces and they'll go walking in weird ways. Undo shift and just click somewhere else and they'll go that way. So that's the easiest thing. Alright. Here we go, our 3rd daughter to become ambitious. We might keep her around and marry her matrilineally to someone, like my steward here. She loses some prestige, but that's okay. Alright, because we need more babies in our family. They can't inherit, exactly, but there's possibilities, and we'll just tell her to learn on her own, because we really don't want an ambitious little girl sitting around in our court. We could have problems with that. We could have serious problems and repercussions. Right, this place is still looted. It's not worth going, but we can go here. And he has 2.3 ducats. It's so much money compared to everyone else. Doesn't he realize that money belongs to us? Or, you know, this man has 12.4 because he's got a church. Church. Interesting. And who are you? You are the army of Sajaland. You must have been running all the way over here for some reason. Who are you fighting? Click here. I see he's talking King that dude. He's fighting this dude. They must have had a battle over here for some reason. He ran all the way. Alright, so remember we have a hunting focus? This is one of the best events with the hunting focus. So your courtier, Bully, has sent you a gift. It is a small puppy, but of the finest pedigree and destined to grow into a great hunting dog. So you can accept this gift. You get a thing right here that says that you get +1 diplomacy and +1 health. That's a lot of health. You can send it back. He doesn't like you. You can pay someone to quietly dispose of it. Chance he doesn't like you, you lose 10 gold. So if you're really trying to die, then maybe send it back. But I can't ever see any gameplay reason or even a roleplay reason taking it. Maybe some roleplay. But we're going to accept this gracious gift. Alright, and then your new puppy has no name yet, my lord. What will you call it? None of these names really matter. It's just what you would like. We will call him Hunter. And there we go. Now we have a hunting dog. We're also a follower of Perkunas, which was from our picking a patron deity. And look at that. We can worship the ancestors. Again, though, we have no prisoners. We had 1 prisoner, but we kind of gave her back. My concubine is pregnant. We're just, Oh yeah, here's this again with our son. He loses 1 diplomacy, gains 1 martial. Sure, why not? There you go. It takes a tick to show it, unless you click off and click on again. Now his wound is healed. He's just scarred. Which, you know, we're both scarred. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Young Savna. So our daughter has finished her education. She's Midas touched, which is the best one. It's a quality 4. Lets a lot of stewardship. Martial, learning, some fertility. We're going to send her off to this man, and who's now lost his eye. and consummate this lovely alliance. He's still at war with nobody, but we could always, you know, form that alliance and get him on our side. Oops. Alright, so wait a second. Occasional sparring match. Seek. As members of the band of Medsina, we strive to better ourselves and each other. On one way, choose the occasional sparring match for praise and for practice and honor. Seek out and duel the fledgling Balladus. You will find him in Zamicha. It doesn't matter where he is. So we hit accept. Here's this man. You can find him down here. Hover over it, tells you what you have to do. He is our vassal. He is that man we just fought. He has a personal combat skill of 6. We have a personal combat skill of 7. We're kind of even matched. So it'll be a gamble. We've got our axe though, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna right click, and as long as we're not at war and neither of us have a recently dueled modifier here, then we can totally fight. Also, if you're pregnant, you can't do it, or if you're bedridden, you're not gonna fight a duel from your bed. So we'll fight this duel with him. Unpause. A fight for. So he has chosen to accept our challenge. The duel will take place. So we're gonna do fight for glory. So. Just as I smack my wooden staff flat across his chest, Chief Balladus manages to swing his dull spear in a perfect half circle, causing me to fall backwards, a surprised huff. However, the crowd is chanting my name. So, we win the duel. We both are injured though. There's cracked ribs, swollen ankles. We completed the duel for honor. It's all worth it. So he's at -13 because he's wounded and cracked ribs. We're wounded and swollen ankle. You know, from falling backwards. One thing to notice up here is we do have more buttons. We can create a title. We can create another duchy. It's still expensive. Special minor titles. We can give out some of these, which can be good use to make people like you or for roleplay purposes. Your choice. That lady owes us a favor still. She does have the cancer, which is not good. Unlanded sons. So this is a thing that trips up new players. Is unlanded sons, because you actually do lose a little bit of prestige. Landless sons minus 0.4, but we're still plus 0.167. We'd be plus 2. So it is hurting us, but it's not a huge amount. And the bad thing about giving our son land is that if his wife dies, or if he has children, we cannot interact to help with that. We cannot get him a new wife. We have no control over who he marries, and sometimes the AI is very stupid and he'll be 17 and he'll marry someone who's 40. Which is not the best way, biologically speaking. Or he'll have children and he won't allow us to educate them, and so they turn out terrible, and you've got a priest to be your next king instead of a warrior. It can create some issues. So I never give land to my oldest son. Maybe your second, third, fourth son, but not your oldest son. Alright, but we're going to be ending this here. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them down below, and I will address them in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know, subscribe to the channel, and help it grow. Bye, y'all.